Hey guys, so I'm here. As promised, I am here. Doctor's visit went really good. Not like I was anticipating yesterday. Yesterday was not a very good day for me. Um, a little bit of like questioning myself and kind of like what I do with everything. Like if I go buy a new outfit, I'm like, oh, well, shit. Should I take it back? Like, maybe I shouldn't have spent this money. But, I just went back and forth with myself yesterday um, and then plus, just being, you know, getting really upset because I was like, well, tomorrow's the day, okay, yeah. And then I'm like, have to do this alone. Not something that I was wanting to do, not something I was wanting to experience. I was told that, I wouldn't have to and that this person would have my back and was excited for me and happy for me and wanted it just as much as I did. And I was like, well, I have to do it by myself because, she's not here. So, but anyways, so the drive out there, I mean, it took me 2 hours, maybe 2.5, because I made a couple pit stops. I had to go out to Paris, Texas. My appointment was at 10 a.m., so I was up really freaking early this morning. And, drive out there was nice. Kind of relaxing, but I was also, nervous and a little sad. Having someone to talk to beforehand would have been nice, but again, but yeah, so I when I got there, I turned the car off and I sat there and I was like, maybe I shouldn't go in. I mean, I'm gonna walk in there and they're gonna be like, so, or is it just you? Are you by yourself? Going through this? That's just what my brain was, how my brain was reacting to it all. And then sitting there talking to myself, and I just went, bitch, get the fuck out of the car. Like, get out of the car and go in there. You've been waiting for how long? You're here. Let's do this. So I got out of the car. I went in there. Started, the ladies were really nice to begin with. They were really nice. Gave me my paperwork. I mean, I have a stack, like, of so much stuff. Like pages and pages of what to do, what not to do, things to look for, side effects, what's gonna happen while you're on T, which you should know. But filled out paperwork. I was the only one in there for the majority of my visit there until I left, and then there was a couple people. But for it to be a small town and for it to be, in the middle of nowhere, the ladies were really nice and really understanding and really helpful and, answered any questions that I had, which was really nice. I was kind of expecting them to be like asking me questions and like being really short, but that's just the way I was thinking about it all. So, filling out paperwork, I was asking stupid questions like, are you pregnant? Bitch, no. But, it asked like, emergency contact, / support system / relationship, to me. So, I put down who I wanted to be there, who told me that they supported me, who told me that no matter what, they would be there, no matter what, they'd have my back on this. And so I put Haley down, and I put her down, obviously as my wife, because she still is. So, I mean, I put her down, and it was weird because as sad as I was, that she wasn't there, it also gave me a little bit of, Haley's always been one to be able to calm me. Like, I've always told her she's my safe place. She's my home. And so it kind of made me feel it's gonna be okay. So I put her down, filled out everything that they needed from me. And then I turned it all in, and then they said, come back to this interview room. And so I went in there. They asked me more questions, pretty much what was on the paperwork already. So answered all those questions. She was putting it in the system while she was doing it, while she was asking. And so, she took my weight, she took my blood pressure, so pretty much my vitals, I guess you could say. And then, there was a couple times that, while she was putting stuff in the computer in between questions and stuff, that I got a little choked up, It's hard. I mean, this is a life-changing thing, and it's a happy time, it's an exciting time. For me, it's like a celebration. It's everything, really. And to be sitting there and not have someone to go through this process with, and if I needed to hold a hand, or if I needed reassurance or anything like that, like, I didn't have that. And every once in a while it would go through my head, and I'd start to get teary-eyed and choked up, and then I would just tell myself it's gonna be okay, like, this is what you want. And I was able to push it back. And then after the questions, she had me go and do lab work, which was, it's never fun to get your blood taken, but it is what it is. And then I went and talked to the doctor. The doctor had to walk me through everything, how to give the injection. They gave me my first injection. I got to watch it. I can do it either in my upper leg, or I can do it in my butt, I can do it in my stomach, I can do it in my arm. Really wouldn't want to do it in my stomach. I don't know why, I just think it kind of just weirds me out. But I'll probably do it in my leg, and if somebody else is going to do it for me, then they can either do it in my ass, or they can do it in my leg, or my arm, whichever. But, yeah, so she just walked me through the whole process, which I was, like, trying to take it all in, and, I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm given injections before to other people, and to animals, so, I mean, it's just to yourself, you just get to feel it, so, I mean, it can't be that bad. But anyways, so after she was done with all that, she went through it one more time, showing me, and then she gave it to me, the injection, and wasn't bad. It's thick. It has cottonseed oil mixed in with it, which is weird. So it makes it thick, and so when you go to put it in, you like really have to push down on the syringe, which makes me a little bit nervous, but it'll be all right. So after that was done, she left the room so I could get my clothes back on, and I was so freaking excited. Like, I was so excited that I literally took probably 5 minutes to put my clothes on, because I was like crying happy tears. Like, it wasn't anything sad, but then it kind of was, because yet again, my brain, you're alone. So I was excited, happy, and just emotional over the situation all in one. And so once I dried myself up, wiped my face off, got dressed, she gave me my prescription, went over it, asked me what pharmacy I wanted to use, which obviously I used the one just down the street from me. Not gonna go to Paris for my prescription, so went down the street from me. So, after that I paid, which is amazing, because Planned Parenthood hasn't been doing this for very long, and I was anticipating around $300. It wasn't even half that, and it's because the Paris location is a discount. Not discount. It's a donation location. That one in El Paso, so they work mainly off donations, and they do things for a lot cheaper. You get a big discount, which was amazing. So I saved some money. So it was another bonus. And then what she also told me as I was waiting to pay is that because they're so new at doing HRT, that maybe in a year they may start offering surgeries. Top surgery would probably be the first one to start out. But I was like, that would be awesome, because if this is a donation location, then it would be really cheap, and I'm totally down for that, because I want that as well. So that was another thing that I was super excited about when she told me. And so then I paid, I left, and I got in the car, and I was just like, that was it. I did it. Like, done. And I couldn't stop smiling. I was so freaking excited. And when I was driving home, I had all the windows down, AC off, radio off, and it was windy today, so it was nice. And at one point, I just started crying, and I was like, I feel so at peace with myself, and I feel like I left Heather at the clinic. And the real me is now being able to be. Heather will always be a part of me, obviously, but it's past now. And the person that I've been holding back and trying to not think about, because I was constantly thinking about other people and how being me was going to affect other people. But the drive just made me think, like, that's back, it's past, it's gone. And I get to be me. I get to be who I truly am. And I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited for people to see that. And if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. Just like if they didn't accept me for being gay, like, fuck them. But I get to be me. And that is the most important thing to me. And it means that I can shower. Just something so small. I can shower and not cry. I can get out of the shower and look in the mirror and not be ashamed. Of what I see. And that's all I wanted for a while. Because it was getting to the point where it was hurting. I get hurt. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to get dressed. I didn't want to be naked. Because I couldn't stand the sight of myself. So I was just thinking about all that, and it's all happy tears. It's happy tears because I don't have to pretend. Because there's only so much that a hat, men's clothing can do for you, for so long. It worked for a little bit and I was content. But then it came back and I wasn't anymore, and I wasn't happy, and I needed more, and it just got worse and worse. Like, I couldn't stand myself. And so now that I am to my next step in my journey, it's just really overwhelming, and in a good way. And I'm really excited to start, and start seeing progress and start seeing how I see myself. Like, now I can mold myself into that. And it's just emotional to talk about because it's been rough. It's been so rough, and now that it's here, I'm so happy. And I know it's not probably coming across in this video, but I really am. And just driving and just feeling so at peace, and knowing that heavy weight that had been on me for years and years, it's way back in Paris now. As soon as she injected me with my first round of tea, it's like a part of Heather just gone. And it was very exhilarating. But, I mean, okay, so, you know, the rest of the drive, like I said, I didn't listen to the radio, I just kept the windows down, going about 80, 90 miles an hour, down absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful. Like, it was just fields, cows, horses, farmhouses. You know, it was just, it felt so good. And the smell, and just so relaxing. And so I drove that way all the way home. All the way home. And just thought about what's next, you know? So when I got back, I went straight to the pharmacy that it was sent to. When I got there, I looked up GoodRx and, you know, got my prescription really cheap, which was really nice because I thought it was going to be really expensive. But it wasn't. And going in to the pharmacy, I knew I was going to get looks and questions and stuff like that, which I did, but when have I not? So, where'd it go? So this little itty bitty box is the testosterone. I don't know if you can read that or not. I don't know, maybe. But, I have 4 of these for 3 months. Then I have to go in for a follow-up. This itty bitty little bottle is, testosterone cypionate. And the little green cap comes off and has a little circle in it that you pull out with a needle. I got a 3-month supply. Like I said, I have to go back for follow-up. This needle is massive. This is an 18 gauge. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty freaking thick. And, I mean, that's just to pull the tea out of the bottle. But then, I have a 23 gauge, which is pretty tiny. Not so bad. I don't know if you can see that. It's a teeny tiny one, but a lot easier, a lot less overwhelming to see. But like I said, it's got cottonseed oil mixed in with it, I believe is what she said, or cottonseed oil, or it's some kind of oil. I believe it's cottonseed, mixed in with it, so it makes it pretty thick. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty thick. But yeah, so the 18 gauge is to pull it out because it is thick and it's harder to pull out of the bottle with a thinner needle. And then the 23 gauge is to inject myself. Which, I mean, I'll probably have someone do it for me the first couple times because I'll be a little overwhelmed. And, but eventually I'll do it myself. But yeah, I mean, like I told you guys, I was gonna make this video and let y'all know about it. Well, here I am. Sorry for all the tears. Like, I gotta celebrate this weekend. I gotta celebrate. Gotta figure out something. But yeah, so T's going. We got it. I haven't got on social media or anything like that yet. This is the first public thing about me starting tea and starting transitioning. So, I mean, eventually I'll get on Facebook and say something, but I don't feel like it's something that I have to do like right now or anything like that. So I may hold off. I don't know yet. I will probably change my name on social media because I can't stand to see Heather on there. It will be changed to Holden, and I will not have a middle name. I'm gonna drop Michelle. I can't stand that name. So it'll just be Holden Stevens. So yeah. I'll be back around this time next month. Give you an update for voice changes, body changes, all that good stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for listening to me. See you next month.